Good morning, cult members, and welcome to the Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And this is episode 11 of TV Time.
TV Time.
Dun, dun, dun. We are going to talk about some of the Golden Globe nominations and some of the snubs this week. We have a couple of other little stories we want to get to. What we ask from you guys is please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notifications, and share with your friends because we're looking to make more friends. Is pretty much what it comes down to. So let's get into it. There was a story that came out this week that JODIE Whittaker is officially returning as Doctor Who next season.
Is that news?
This is about as close as we can get to a non-news story inside the Doctor Who universe.
If she wasn't, then the Doctor would be regenerating.
They would have spent 3 episodes building up the arc,
right?
And it would have been all over the news already. She was going. They're not going to change the entire universe of Doctor Who and bring in a female doctor to have her be in there one season.
Right.
It was never there was never going to happen. She might do 3 to 5 years like most doctors do.
Yeah. Which is fine. And I think it's probably, if you're super popular, David Tennant, Matt Smith, maybe a little longer.
Right.
If you're,
right.
Peter Capaldi wasn't quite as popular.
And kind of got
3
pushed
years
out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It'll depend on how popular the.
We have the window open because our kids are on the way over to do early Christmas. So if we keep doing the whole somebody here, that's what's going on. I just felt like this was like like it was all over the internet. Like everybody was like, because it's a slow time of the year, so every little stupid little thing people are climbing on to.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, not really a big story. Game of Thrones released a teaser trailer, which was the biggest tease we've gotten so far.
Yep.
It was cool, but it was the ice from the wall coming down. With a dragon, but it was like a stone statue dragon on the map.
Right.
And then we got the lion on the south side of the map, and flame, and then the flame and the ice crashing into each other, pretty much officially saying it's going to be Fire and Ice.
Which is the title of the new George R.R. Martin Game of Thrones book. So
now, it's funny because Martin came out about 3-4 months ago and said the final season is going to be Fire and Ice. And HBO's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And it's Martin. He doesn't care, right? He's getting his money.
right.
And so, but it is going to be Fire and Ice. And so, and that's all we've gotten. Now, we've been getting a lot of teases from HBO of like little 10, 15-second clips from the series telling you come watch this entire series before April.
Right.
Which we will start our rewatch of all of Game of Thrones probably 1st of January to get through everything. Once the movie part of the world starts slowing down, we can get more into the TV stuff.
Yeah.
But is this a surprise? I mean, I'm not surprised with freaking White Walkers.
No, it was a very anticlimactic teaser trailer.
It was a very anticlimactic teaser trailer. And I don't think we'll get a real trailer until maybe February.
Yeah. And it's knowing them, they'll just do some stuff from like the end of the last season.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I actually really don't want to see anything until the series starts.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be 6 hour-and-a-half episodes.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to see anything.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
It's not like you're trying to sell people to come watch your show. The people who are watching the show are watching the show. You're not jumping in on the last season.
Right. And you either have HBO or you don't.
Right.
Or you know somebody that does.
You don't need the hype machine to get cranked up for the show.
Right.
We're hyped for it. You gave us a date. We're ready to go.
Right. Yep.
So, yeah, it was, again, not a big deal, but it was something. It's like 20 seconds or 30 seconds. It's not real long, but it was cool. It came out this last week. Now, this is something that normally wouldn't be covered, but again, it's slow, and it's kind of a conversation that I would like to talk about. MTV and Ice Cube's production company are bringing back Celebrity Deathmatch. Yes! Now, if you were not a kid of the late 80s and early 2000s, late 90s and early 2000s, MTV, we were talking about HBO and now it's in
Right.
my head. MTV had a show called Celebrity Deathmatch, and it was claymation, ultra-violent, cartoon violence, boxing, wrestling.
It was like a wrestling,
and they
but like,
weapons or whatever.
jumping off the ropes onto the other guy and ripping his head off and
Right.
blood spurting.
Right, but it was all claymation and stuff. But
And it was celebrities.
But it was celebrities, and so they put Ice-T versus Ice Cube, or they would
Yeah.
put Lady Gaga versus Madonna, or
Right.
whatever, and they would do, and they would over dramatize everything, and it was hilarious and awesome. Well, it went away, and now it's going to be executive produced by Ice Cube coming back with conjunction with MTV, and along with the original series creator Eric Fogel.
Yeah, Fogel.
And so they are. Ice-T is also going to be a leading voice role on the show. So he might be one of the commentators or the ring announcer or something like that.
Yeah.
But I have two questions. One, are you excited about this?
Excited might be a little too strong of a word. I never I knew about it. I'd catch it sometimes, but it wasn't something where it's not scheduled TV,
Right.
must watch.
Right.
I think it's interesting timing.
That was my second question. Do you think that people are going to be able to accept this in the ultra PC world?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, and I know a lot of our friends will watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't, in the grand scheme of things, think it's going to do very well because so many people are so anti anything violent or graphic or anything like that.
I don't know if they're only expecting to kind of bring back the people who used to watch it and maybe a few new fans.
Right.
Then that's fine. If they think it's gonna, take over the world and all these new people who didn't get to enjoy Celebrity Deathmatch before get to watch it, I don't think that's gonna happen. I would be interested to see how much backlash they get.
Right.
And if they...
I'm sure Twitter will be all a rage when they have, Lady Gaga's getting her arms ripped off or her vocal cords ripped out by, Beyonce or something. It's like that will be one of the matches is who's got the better voice kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think Twitter and the internet will be very upset about some of the things they do, which could be part of what they're trying to do.
It could be. That's kind of what I was where I was going. If they're expecting that or playing towards that, then cool. If they for some reason aren't aware of what's going on in the world, then they might be in for a surprise.
A rude awakening. It'll just be very interesting to see what happens. Yep. So let's get into the Golden Globes this week. We don't have a pop choice of the week because we want to spend more time on the Golden Globes. But I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about a couple of the shows that we've had on Pop Choice of the Week.
Yep.
And so let's get into the TV stuff itself. Now, we got a bunch of different things on here. It's the Golden Globes. Let's start with the idea that it's 90 members of the foreign press who choose these.
Really?
Yes, it's only 90. Now,
and foreign press?
And it's foreign press. It's the
Weird.
Hollywood Foreign Press is actually the people who organize the Golden Globes.
Okay, weird.
And so with that, there's going to be some things in here that make us scratch our head, but if you come from the point of view of the Hollywood Foreign Press, it'll make more sense.
Right.
Okay. So this year for Best Drama Series, we got The Americans, Bodyguard, Homecoming, Killing Eve, and Posh. Now, we've watched Bodyguard. The Americans finally get their nomination for Best Dramatic Series, which means they probably won't win. They'll probably give it to something like Homecoming or
Killing Eve.
Killing Eve.
Killing Eve gets a lot of press.
Right.
It's supposed to be really good. It's one of the shows that's on our many lists
Right,
of
right,
shows
right.
to watch. We really liked Bodyguard. I also hear that Homecoming is really good. Again, one of those ones that's on our list to watch. So
yeah, I find it interesting that like things like Better Call Saul is not on here. Narcos wasn't on here. Maniac wasn't on here. That kind of thing. Handmaid's Tale didn't get in this year too for a lot of different things. I was listening to a podcast that was discussing this particular thing, and they say that they feel that the Hollywood Foreign Press likes the new shiny and not so much the old established. And so that's why we got a lot of new first-time nominees like Bodyguard, like Homecoming, like Killing Eve, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they've moved past Better Call Saul and Narcos and that kind of stuff. And the Handmaid's Tale. So that kind of thing.
All right.
And it's the Golden Globes. So we have drama series, and then we have best comedy or musical series. And then we also have limited series, TV, movie, or miniseries, in 3 different categories. The best comedy and musical series, we got Barry, A Good Place, Kidding with Mask, Jim Carrey.
Oh.
The Kaminsky Method on Netflix, sure, and Marvelous Miss Maisel. Now, they just dropped the new season of Marvelous Miss Maisel the 6th or the 7th, and it got officially announced on the 8th. So we'll talk about this more in the movie part on the big show tomorrow.
Yeah.
But they nominated shows that aren't even out or movies that aren't even out yet.
Yeah.
Which is part of the struggle for me with the Golden Globes, is that they did that.
Yeah.
Of this series, of these, everybody says Barry's amazing. Everybody loves The Good Place. Again, those aren't shows that we watch. Marvelous Miss Maisel is on our list of TV shows to get into.
Yep. I've never even heard of the Kaminsky Method.
Yeah, I haven't either. And we're on Netflix a lot, so I'm surprised it hasn't come up. Unlimited series, TV, movie, or miniseries, we got The Alienist, which we did watch and was amazing.
Yep.
The Assassination of Giovanni not Rivisi, Versace. I did that 3 times. The Escape at Dunmore, which everybody says is really, really good.
Yeah.
Sharp Objects, which, again, people are saying it's a slow burn, but really good.
Yep.
And A Very English Scandal on Prime. I would like to see The Alienist because I feel like nobody really watched that.
Yeah. And the few people that did really liked it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Again, haven't watched all the rest of them. I know Sharp Objects is one of the ones that's kind of on my list to watch. But
The Assassination of Giovanni
Versace.
I stopped to do it. Got 6 total nominations, and that was including Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Actress, and stuff like that.
It got a lot of press when it came out, right? There was a lot of people talking about how they liked it. So,
but I just find that I find it interesting that was chosen over some of the other stuff. Again, Hollywood Foreign Press.
Yeah.
Hollywood Foreign, you're going to get Versace anything as long as it's good.
Right.
Best Actress in a Drama Series. Again, they broke it up, drama series, comedy, musical, whatever. Best Actress in a Drama Series, we got
Catriona Balfe.
From Outlander, Elizabeth Moss from The Handmaid's Tale, the lead girl there, Sarah Ho from Killing Eve, Julia Roberts from Homecoming, and Kerry Russell finally gets nominated for The Americans in their Swan Song season. Right. I would love to see Kerry Russell win that and give a giant FU to the Golden Globes on the way out, because Americans is one of those shows that everybody every year said got gypped at the Golden Globes, and now they give him a courtesy nomination. She wasn't even nominated like the last 3 seasons, or the show wasn't nominated the last 3 seasons, and I just think it would be awesome to have her go up there and like, thank you, Golden Globes, and just 2 big middle fingers and walk out.
It's
kind of what
she's not gonna do that, but
kind of what Dunkirk Gary Oldman did last year.
Oh
to the
yeah,
Golden Globes.
yeah. When he finally got nominated.
He got finally.
Catriona Balfe, she's been nominated like every year and hasn't won.
Right.
And she's
right.
super amazing in Outlander. I'm surprised that I can't remember his name, but the guy hasn't and isn't.
Julia Roberts' first time on TV, and she gets a nomination from the Golden Globes.
Of course she does. She's Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. She's been kind of floating through everything for the last few years, but having her apparently killing it on that show is doing really good. Actor in a drama series, Jason Bateman from Ozark, Stephen James from Homecoming, Richard Madden from Bodyguard, Billy Porter from Posh, and Matthew Rhys from The Americans. Again, Americans getting some love finally. I don't have to watch anything else. Richard Madden and Bodyguard is so good.
He is good. There's super emotion that he has to pull from. I mean, he's PTSD and also having to keep an even keel. I'm pretty sure I struggled every time he said "mum." Yes, mum. Yes, mum.
Is he saying "mom" or "mum"?
Mum. M-U-M. That's like ma'am.
Right.
Here,
I understand.
Mum.
But he was so good in that, and you just pulled at your heartstrings every time he talked or did anything in that entire series. Yep. Actress in a comedy series, we got Kirsten Bell from The Good Place, Candice Bergen from Murphy Brown. You show up after not doing the show for 15 years and get nominated, just give it to Candice. Alison Brie from Glow, she apparently carries that show. Rachel Brosnahan from Marvelous Miss Maisel, she showed up as Marvelous Miss Maisel, so she gets nominated. And Deborah Messing from Will and Grace. Now, I'm sorry, I was never a Will and Grace person, and the fact that they brought Will and Grace back and not Firefly is still one of the things that I'm really. Will and Grace came back before Firefly. One Tree Hill, Murphy Brown, Magnum PI. We can't get Firefly, but Candice Bergen, come on, that's just so cool to me.
Yeah, I mean, Candice Bergen, sure, yeah, cool. I kind of don't care about this one.
Right.
That's horrible.
Kirsten Bell. One of the first two.
Yeah.
Actor in a comedy series. So got Sacha Baron Cohen in Who Is America.
That's amazing, by the way.
Yes, it is. Jim Carrey in Kidding. Michael Douglas in The Kaminsky Method. Donald Glover from Atlanta. And Bill Hader for Barry. Now, the thing with Barry and Bill Hader is he wrote the series. He's the showrunner. He directed the first episode. So where do you put him in as
all of them
kind of thing?
Yeah.
Donald Glover gets from Atlanta. It's the only nomination for Atlanta this year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think that he's going to get it. It's probably going to be Bill Hader and Barry.
I want Sacha Baron Cohen to get it for Who Is America so bad.
Yeah, I do
because
too.
He shows you how dumb our elected officials are, and I just think that's amazing.
Yeah, it's funny that that's actually what's happening and stuff. Actress in a limited series or movie, whatever. We'll just say limited series. Amy Adams in Sharp Objects. Everybody says there's not a lot of dialogue in that, so there's a lot of emoting and stuff.
Okay.
And Patricia Arquette in The Escape from Dunmore. Laura Dern from The Tale. Regina King in 7 Seconds. And Connie Britton and Dirty John. Never heard of Dirty John. Somebody I respect in the TV world punditry is Josh McCouga. And McCouga said in the first 5 minutes of The Escape from Dunmore, he said Patricia Arquette's going to win this award and win the Golden Globe.
Cool.
And so that's one of those ones that I want to watch. That's the one with Benicio del Toro's in it too,
right?
And they escape from prison,
yes,
based on a true story. And I'm always gonna root for Amy Adams because I think she's amazing, and she got gypped for Arrival, not getting an Oscar nomination, but it's only what you can do. Actor in you care about this one at all?
No.
Okay, all right. Actor in a limited series, Antonio Banderas for Picasso, Daniel Bruhl from The Alienist, Darren Criss from Versace, Benedict Cumberbatch from Patrick
Melrose.
and Hugh Grant from A Very English Scandal. Now, we have a horse in this race with Daniel Bruhl.
Yeah.
He is really good in Alien Nest.
Yes.
However,
they won't give it to him.
They won't give it to him.
It'll be Benedict.
It could be Benedict, and it could be Darren Criss. So, because they love the Versace series.
Right.
And so that's one of those ones that I would love to see Daniel Bruhl get up there and point at the table of the Alien Nest, and and everybody's there, and like, we did it, like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The same thing I wish they would have done with Taboo the year before.
Yeah.
What you have, but again, a show that not a lot of people saw, so I'm really not expecting anything to come out of that. Is there? Look, our kids are here. Let's just skim through this really quick. Actor in a TV series. Again, Barry. They lumped everybody together in supporting actor and actress, and so it's everybody. So I, in the grand scheme of things, the TV side I'm not really excited about. I'm more excited about the movie side. We have a lot more horses in that race than we do. I'm looking forward to watching it this year. It's January 6th, I believe.
Okay.
So we'll be sitting down and watching that and getting a full recap. We'll do a TV end and a movie end. But and the Golden Globes are a lot more fun because they all get to drink and sit around tables and the whole time.
Right.
So, anything else you want to talk about this week?
Nope.
All right. That is our show this week for TV Time. We're getting into the holiday season, so let us know what you're thinking holiday-wise, and who are your picks for Golden Globes this year. Let us know. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and follow us on all our social media stuff. All the descriptions are in the description.
All the links
are in the description. I almost got it right this time. One of these days. And until next time, good morning, cult members.